Hi, this is BB. Um, I am really very sleepy. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I was dreaming something. I don't remember what. I always keep dreaming and I don't remember it. It's like what, like apparently how they do this thing. If you're the one, if you're being targeted by people who are actually in your head, like using that technology, like the cat, and they were able to see, through your eyes, shit like that. Let's face it, the technology exists. Even Nerve Gorilla will have to admit that the technology exists. So before he opens his mouth and he says anything, he knows that these technologies exist. The capacity to do this. Like I said, what these people are seeking in my case is that near-death experience. Like they're broadcasting it. Basically, whoever is hooked in, they're selling tickets. Rich people will pay for shit like that. They want to know what happens as you die, when you die. There's an older woman in this group of people. I call her Biddy. She has short hair, she's tall, and she has these green eyes. Now, it's almost one could say that she's trying to look like me. I don't know why. She's trying to look like me. And she glares, she raises her head and she glares at you. She glares at you. I think she thinks it's like intense. That in her version of life, I don't know. Her version of life. She's a fucking, she's an older lady, and I think there's like 2 or 3 of them, or at least who look like her. One thing to know is that these people come with people who look like them. The reason why is to one of them could be in place A, while another one is fucking someone up in place B and place C. And the suspect you're suspecting is place A. But place A, the one in place A, has an alibi at any given time. They have an alibi at any given time. This is how they work. Even the cop, Kanapka, his name is Kanapka, he actually had a double. Like I said, at a motel, there was a man who looked exactly like him. I remember the room, it was 113, and the man was following me around. I was in the jacuzzi and he was looking at me. I just turned around and he looked at me. One of the person who was doing it at the time, which I thought at the time was the only person, was the Mexican woman. She said, "Look around," and I looked around, and there he was staring at me. And then he acted like he wasn't. Then just a few minutes later, I think he went into his room and he left with a binder in his hand, and he walked around the corner. What they're doing basically is stealing money, I believe. What you see, these people don't have businesses that are raking in millions of dollars. The most they might rake in is about 4 to 5. They'll fudge the books, $4 to $5 million a year, or something like that. These are practices that they're not franchising. They don't have, they can't bring. It's not that much in these shitty little towns. So what they're doing is they're gonna fudge the books and say they're this much and that much. They'll probably be buying up a lot of property as well, trying to convert it to these fake pseudo dummy business. Now, while they're doing all this, they're killing people. They're in the business of killing people for money. This group right here, these people have kept me prisoner and have attacked me for a long time. I believe it was the Hispanics, the Mexicans. Now, they outsourced it because I'm not dying to a bunch of people who are mostly Caucasian. So the thing is, there's something, I'm worried now, how am I going to pay the rent for next month? And they're still pushing this agenda. They want death. Those stamps are worth lots of money. They want death. Now, they might be getting money from 2 sides. Because I don't think they got those stamps until recently. I can't even find my father's bank account. I can't even find the shares. These things have my name on them, which means they're going to have some bogus shit saying that I give them everything. How many things am I giving these people? If I had them, why didn't I spend them? Why didn't I cash them in? Why didn't I have it? Why the fuck am I giving it to them? I want like that in all sense of goodness in this earth that remains on this earth, that somebody question this. It seems like I've given everything to everyone else without leaving myself. I must be like a saint. I must be like Saint Teresa. Just giving all my wealth to these fucking greedy asshole people that I don't even know. Who gives away everything that they have, their personal thing, without even enjoying some of them? Who does that? No one. Nobody is that stupid. If that's the case, then whoever they're giving it to is taking advantage of them. Is taking massive, massive advantage of them. It would mean that the person who is giving has a mental problem. That they would not enjoy even a little bit of their own inheritance, but give it all to a bunch of strangers. Which means those strangers are taking advantage of that person. No doubt. No matter how you look at this, these people are crooks. I've given no one any. I don't have any money. Why the fuck would I give anybody anything? My own needs comes first. I can give later, but my own needs comes first. I don't have money. Now, there's someone that's hacking me extensively and making sure I don't get business. All they have to do is to stop hacking me. Just stop. But that's involves a lot of work that they can't accomplish at this time. They would rather exert the energy to block and redirect anybody reaching out to me for my services. Because this is part of the reason, a big part of the reason why people hack you, is to filter your traffic. Is to make sure you only get what they want you to get. You're only seeing what they want you to see. They filter your traffic. They block your phone calls. They block your text messages. They block your emails. You're only seeing, even in the search results, you can only go this far. And they don't care anymore because they've picked these things by hand because they know the local police is not equipped to deal with it. And they'll just dismiss you. Because I don't have my own inheritance. If I had that and I had millions of dollars in the bank, in my bank, then they would do something about it. Because I would say, look at my bank account. I don't want them getting into my account, and then they would do something about it. They would call the local FBI into it. These people have ensured that even my fucking website, what they want is for me to die. I believe there's like 4 people I know of that these people attacked. I don't know. I know 2 of them for sure. One of them has since a child, maybe like a single digit, has been involved in some things that she probably hearing a voice and is encouraging her to do. And there's some other things that are happening I'm not going to say here. But one of them, the other one died. What I believe is that they're riding their heads. They want to see if, like, it's almost like they want to send them to hell. And they want to make sure they get there. And these people are hoping that God will favor them. They're hoping that God will favor them. I want to know something. How blind do they think he is? He's got to be like somebody that does not care anymore. Then Kanapka had told me about a girl, a 16-year-old girl. Her butt couldn't hold her poop in. That happened to me twice. One of them liked to gas people and put various diseases in their body. That's the highlight of her day. She's like a gas meister. She likes to sit down and watch how your body disintegrates. She's like a little like Gollum, basically, with a ring. That's her precious. Her precious is watching the person's body disintegrate. She feels she's doing God's work. They're terrorists. They're terrorists. These people are terrorists. And they're doing it here and abroad, if this technology exists, to go abroad. It depends on how far the range that they have to be. I don't know. I'm grossly overweight, and I can't stand up for long periods. I can't work anywhere right now. And the thing is, I'm very angry because that's my site. As soon as, if I die, what they'll do is go in there and take out the name and put it to their own name. Wix, W-I-X, it will be none the wiser. I think they want to use that as an established business that they're raking in millions of dollars too. They're not these people don't work. They have arrived financially. They have arrived financially. Now this FBI agent that was supposedly helping me, well, he wasn't helping me. He was supposed to be catching the guy next door, which was the Hispanic woman's husband. They said he had 24 arrest warrants. He told me he saw the guy's face. He said the guy looked like a homeless guy. A psychic prior to that had told me that the woman was thinking he looks like a homeless guy. The two are coincidental. Unless the cop was hearing things and he didn't know what he was hearing. Now the cop is he abandoned me into this because I think he's trying to save his own skin. I think they attacked him and he just tried to pass it on me because he's a colossal coward. He's a fucking coward. He and his wife separated. These people caused that to happen. And then they pushed someone in there to start making babies for him. These people destroy people's homes. The amount of distress and dis-ease and destruction they cause in people's lives, I have no fucking idea. And they're pushing people to kill themselves and they get to live. To destroy more people in another day. But they want good things out of life. When they want good things, what they mean is they'll steal and take your fucking money. And think, well, the universe is blessing them. And they also believe that the worse they are is like a cool thing. Yeah, they're cool. Look at them. They can go where angels fear to tread. They're destructive. If you give me a piece of 2x4 and in anger, and one of them is here, I'll show them what destruction really means. That's the way us human beings destroy. They think they're ascended. They're like ascended masters. They can see things that we can't. What they do with those things, only God knows. Because if this is what a result of seeing things in the universe that we don't know and knowing secrets, and this is what they do with those secrets, kill people for money, then all it did was made them worse. Those secrets that they think they learned, it made them worse. One, maybe they weren't ready for it. Because two, what they saw was what they wanted to see. What they saw was what they wanted to see was an outlet for this evil behavior. That gave them permission to be evil. Well, they're going to go to hell anyway, so they're going to take out as many of us as they can. So whatever. I just can't do this anymore with these people. This week I'm gonna be proactive. I'm gonna cause a stir. I don't know what it is. One of them I know where they work. That I know for sure. And I've been holding this off. But I'm not gonna take that chance anymore. Because they're pushing me to die basically. Well, let's all go then. I'm not doing this anymore. One of the reasons they're hacking the website is that they want to say, because if I do that, she may be suspended, at least pending an investigation. Or something. It'll bring some mark against her name. It'll bring some mark against her name. But they don't care, because they have arrived financially. But two can play at this game. Two can play at this game. Wish me luck.